Where trade and security are among the hot-button issues being discussed in the French town of Biarritz. The summit's host, French President Emmanuel Macron, his German counterpart Angela Merkel, as well as African leaders, have been discussing the growing insecurity in the Sahel region. The leaders have called for increased support of the Sahel G7 task force. CGTN's Asta has more.
Insecurity for the Sahel has been a major point of concern, not just among the Sahel countries, but the international community, particularly France and Germany. French President Emmanuel Macron has been trying to mobilize more actors to support the military cooperation in the region. Since its inception, the G5 task force aimed at combating militant threats in Burkina Faso, Mali, Chad, Mauritania, and Niger has failed to kick off due to financial constraints. At the G7 summit in Biarritz, both German and French leaders called for renewed support.
We have to position ourselves according to the needs of these countries, and it has become clear today that there is a great urgency for this. In the fight against terror, we are simply not in a position where we can say that the security situation has become any better. And so we have to act swiftly, and Germany feels very committed to this task.
Merkel and Macron held talks on the fringes of the summit with African leaders as well as representatives from relevant institutions. Among those present at the working session were the presidents of Senegal, South Africa, Rwanda, and Burkina Faso. African Union Commission President Moussa Faki Mahamat was also present. Burkinabe President Roch-Marc Christian Kaboré called on international partners to also invest in development projects.
Parce que vous savez qu'on a toujours eu ce double moteur.
You know that we have always had this double motor of security and development. Why? Because as soon as we gain ground on the jihadists, we have to develop projects immediately to create stability and allow for development projects. What we are announcing here today is an expansion of this.
Task forces such as the G5 highlight the borderless nature of militant threats in Africa. President Kaboré called attention to the crisis in Libya, where months of fighting between the UN-backed government and troops loyal to General Khalifa Haftar are raising fears of insecurity on the continent. Both Merkel and Macron pledged to organize a conference by the year's end to rally more international support for the initiative. Asta, CGTN.